All right, our next step is to see if our rotor will work. So now I said if it's not even, this is a good time to trim that. So I want to make it, obviously I can't make this one any longer, so I'm going to have to make this one a little shorter. And I'm going to just get it as close as I can. That looks pretty good. Now, once I put this in between these posts, I want to go ahead and have this magnet on here, because the minute I put this in, this will start conducting electricity, and it's going to get hot. Now, it shouldn't burn you, but I still would not leave it in there without the magnet on it. It should always be spinning. If it's not spinning, remove it. Also, if you leave it in the post at home and you take the magnet off, it's going to drain your battery, and it's going to get really hot because it is conducting electricity, because you have a completed circuit. Again, the push, your path will be complete. It just won't have anything to do, and the heat will build up, and it will drain the battery. And it also could be a hazard, especially if you have a sibling maybe that goes up and touches it. Well, it's not going to burn them. It's just going to hurt pretty bad. So I'm going to have my magnet on. And I know my posts are a little bit off right now, but I'm going to check that in a minute. And we should start seeing some kind of movement. Now, sometimes you have to move your magnet around. Sometimes you have to give it a little jump start. And if we notice that it's not moving, it's just rocking, then we're conducting electricity. We know something's going on, but this post being higher than the other, sometimes it is. Also try flipping your magnet over, because remember that magnet sometimes has, it's got a north and a south side, and maybe that's not what's coming off of our rotor. So we can see it's going to one side. I'm going to remove it for just a minute. I'm going to just move this down just a little. You can do that with your fingers. You can do it with your pliers. Just make sure you've got a good connection too. Sometimes I've noticed that people don't pull their tape tight enough, and they'll need to get that tape a little tighter. You can also hold it on with your fingers. And we can see that it immediately started moving. So we're going to give it a little twist, and we would hope that it keeps spinning, and this is why we're going to make it spin. And this is your simple motor. This is what we call a rotor, the one that's spinning. Now, we can move that magnet around and see if it'll spin any faster. Sometimes it will go the opposite direction, and again, that's because of that north and south pole on that magnet. You can flip your magnet over, see if it goes any faster. And if it's going to one side, you may adjust, the post may be too tall on one side or too short. But that is your Make It Spin activity number, I think that's the 14, the last one in the book. And again, see how it went to one side. Also, check your post. The little legs sticking out from the rotor, make sure that they're even, because they'll kind of bow in the middle sometimes. That's one reason I have it coming out on both sides. If it's spinning, it shouldn't be hot. But if it is not spinning, it will get pretty warm. So you may want to remove it if it's just sitting there like that. Just in case, you might want to use your, and it's okay to bend those little legs that come off. So that is the Make It Spin, and the way you get it back in, you can bend these. Don't try to bend these posts, because then they'll come loose from the battery. So I'm going to put them back in here and straighten them out so you see that. And if one's a little longer than the other one, it will sometimes go to one side. And sometimes they'll run just one-sided. So that is Make It Spin.